the curb audition for me was I walked in and Larry David was sitting in a chair in the room.
Oh, wow.
Over in Santa Monica, and everybody was there. I guess that's a producer session. Yeah, I guess that is a producer session, but I didn't know I was going into that or something.
I think he's in a lot of their auditions,
Okay.
from what I've heard.
The rest of the fuckers, though, that were back there were, uninvited. They just like found their way in, and they were like, yes, we'll decide. But it was fun, and it was like, ha ha ha. And, we were all improvising every line of it, and it was just fun as shit. And then when we did it, it was a scene in a plane. And when we shot that, it was not fun. It was like adversarial in a way where I was like,
oh,
what the fuck are you talking about? Why is this? And it did not work. And that's why that shit got cut out.
That makes
and it's
sense.
like, well, it's your fault, Larry David.
You know what?
Get on it, dude. Learn how to do this.
Yeah. You know what's so funny about that is like, that's why in person I think is important, because you probably went back and forth with Larry in the audition.
Yeah.
My audition for Curb was it was like, you're a plumber showing up and you're confident, but Larry's not confident in you or something. Go.
Yeah.
And I had to do that I think I did with like our friend Sornberger, and I just on a self-tape. It just didn't have the same.
And Brandon's ridiculously talented.
For sure.
He could do anything, and you could react to anything, but it's just like,
it's the improv of it, you're not going to get if you're not in the room.
yeah. There's
Never been improv on TV that works for that reason, right?
Yeah.
There's a magic to it. So doing it with Larry is obviously so much.
The magic that you're talking about is the thing that I am constantly, I'm like teetering that line of like harnessing it and using it in an audition room, which I don't know if that's the time to do it or not. Maybe save it until you get the job. But it's that, or it's like completely being this like untethered shit show, and that happens a lot still too.
Yeah.
And that's life. And so even that, like the fact that Allison has seen me sort of unravel or whatever and go too crazy or whatever, and it's just like, that's okay. Sometimes that's a creative direction in it, and it happens, and it's not going to work this time, but like it's not a judgment on the person's abilities or whatever else, but good luck doing any of that on a self-tape. Every self-tape I've ever made, it's just like 6 foot, facing Los Angeles, figure it out. Okay. 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 There's no life. The life it's a one-dimensional thing. And I'm not saying that it's a bad system. I'm just saying for me,
I think that's a lot of people though.
I'm still trying to find the way to make it work.
How many have you done in the last couple of years, self-tapes? It got to be a lot, right?
Yeah.
Do you coach do you have a coach run with you? Do you have a friend do it with you? How do you approach them?
I've never coached. Nope. I don't coach. I haven't coached. No one has coached. There's no coach. This team runs wild through the field. There's no ball.
Like a stallion.
Yeah. There's a short-haired stallion. And no, I've never had any help aside from my good friend Dan Fowl was helping me for a while because he had a little beautiful home studio, much like yours. A lot different, actually.
This is my self-tape wall.
Yeah, that wall. It's like his wall. Yeah, you guys have a similar wall. Lights and stuff. Good audio. Otherwise, I'm doing it in my house, which is very small and rugged. There's like holes and shit in places where you're like, why is there a hole in the door? Huh? Of a bathroom? I can see the shower. And I'm like on a ring light with like fucked up stuff. It's just all bad.
Yeah.
And it probably looks like I don't put much effort into it, and I don't. But the only real help would be like when Dan or whoever's helping me read has like kind of an interesting take, because I do want. I mean, that's so.
That's
fun.
That's what I find helpful is
Definitely.
like if a friend that knows my comedic timing and sensibility can direct me and like be like, wait, do this. I need direction.
Even like. Even perpendicular to your abilities.
Yeah.
Even if they're just like, go 90 degrees this way. And you're like, but that makes me uncomfortable and I have to do this self-tape because I want this job. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it, because that is you're shedding some of the nerves, you're shedding some of the like anticipation and the weird things, and like you're maybe gonna get out of your fucking head for a second, I guess. I don't know. That's one approach. But again, dude, I am fully unprepared for a lot of stuff, and that is for jobs too.
Is it fair? Is it fair to assume you've never booked a self tape then?
No,
Never.
that's not fair to assume.
Well,
It's unfair to say it to me. So I guess this interview is
Finn.